The word potential merely just means the chance of you actually being able to do something. A lot of people like to say, oh, he has potential. And after about 2 years, maybe 3 years, they move on to the next person. Why? Because that potential died. Now, if I had not known what I was capable of back then, I would not be where I am today. And I'm not even just physically saying where I am today, I'm saying mentally, my mentality. Welcome back to the channel. It's that guy, TheEnergyEli. Please do make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe. You are so much more capable of what you truly know. Fellas, know your potential, know your worth, know who you are. Some of you are watching this video right now and are feeling as though you want things in life, but are you really putting in the right effort, in the amount of effort it takes to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve? Don't limit yourself. Listen, potential is just that. It's just, the word potential merely just means the chance of you actually being able to do something. A lot of people like to say, oh, he has potential. I'll put in the framework of sports. He's 6'8". He has potential to be a good basketball player. Everybody has potential in most of those arenas, whatever that field is that you're doing. So potential, we have to be very careful with that word potential, because potential is only for a short amount of time. And then once that time has passed, potential is no more. I've seen numerous amounts of guys in various sports whom they, deem to be the next so, and he has this much potential. And after about 2 years, maybe 3 years, they move on to the next person. Why? Because that potential died out and they're on to the next. And that's the same way in life, fellas. That's the exact same way in life. You are so much more capable of things. I remember vividly back in 2013, man. I was working at a pharmaceutical plant, 12-hour shifts, 4 days on, I think it was like 3 days off, but on a weekend, my weekends were gone, bro. I was working 6:30 at night to 6 o'clock in the morning. Imagine, my Saturdays and Sundays were done. And I remember this one time on my lunch break, man, I went to my car and I wrote a letter to myself. I remember putting it in my glove compartment, man, because I shed a few tears, bro. I'm just being honest with you. And I told myself, I said, this is not the end of where I'm gonna be. I'm gonna find better, I'm gonna do better. And do you know, a few months later, I was done with that job and I moved to Florida, man. Packed up everything I had, gave away everything I had, whatever I had left, and moved to Florida. Because I knew what I was capable of. I knew it was more out there. I knew that this job was not the end all be all. I knew this was a stepping stone. And into the core of my being, that's why I cried when I was in my car. I cried because I said, I want more. I want to do better. I know better is there. I don't know how I'm gonna figure it out. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I know it's there for me, and I know I have the capabilities, man. Like I said, a few months later, I remember I was going to go cash my check, man. I was still cashing checks from this place. I went to my bank and I said, man, that was it. I already kind of knew it was it. And then it was one instant, man, I knew for the final straw. At that time, cashing the check, I knew I was done, but this was the final straw. So, I was on shift with one of my good boys, man, I've known since elementary school. And I just remember telling him, bro, like, I'm done, bro. I'm like, what? I was like, I'm done. And he said, well, if you're done, bro, I'm done too. And I remember we went for lunch. I was like, yeah, once lunch comes, bro, I'm not coming back. And I already knew I was terminated from there, but I didn't even care, bro. I mean, they're ringing my phone. I'm done, bro. Now, if I had not known what I was capable of back then, I would not be where I am today. And I'm not even just physically saying where I am today. I'm saying my mentality. You gotta know what you're capable of. I knew I was more than just working that job. I knew I was more than a job. I know what my calling is. I know what he sent me here to do. And many of you know your calling or certain callings that he's been telling you for the last however long, and you keep fighting it because you don't want to be uncomfortable. Yes, I went through a metamorphosis change. I went through so many changes when I made that change to say, I'm done. Yes, I went through a lot, but at the same token, I went through a lot to get a lot and to be where I am right now. And you got to be willing to do that. You know you're capable of more. Find a better job. Go add a certification. Take that leap. Make that investment. Write it down. Attack it and move forward. I have a phrase I say to myself, the longer you wait, the longer it'll take for you to get to your goal. It's that simple. So the longer you procrastinate, the longer that you say, I'm gonna do something and you don't do it, the longer it's going to take for you to achieve that. And as many things as I've achieved in my life, and especially over the last few months and weeks and years, I still hold myself accountable with that. Hey, E, the longer you take, the longer it's gonna take for you to achieve what you want to achieve. And that's what you have to know as well. So listen, I hope this video is resonating with you. You know you need to make that change. You know you need to take that faith, that leap of faith, and take that step out and just handle your business and do what you need to do. So go and do it. Just like Nike says, just do it. Just do it. You're capable of so much more. Nevertheless, hey man, I hope this video resonated with you guys. Once again, my name is TheEnergyEli. Follow me on all social media platforms at energy_Eli. And once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Hey, I'm out. Believe.